Don't let the word meditation scare you. Now, I've avoided it for years, even though I'd heard all the positive benefits that come from meditation. I thought there was no way I could stop thinking. I mean, for reals, there was a circus going on inside my brain. Monkey brain is a real thing. Then I realized what it really means to meditate. And since the holidays are coming and there's not anything you can do about that, and since I'm your friend and I want to help you deal with all the things you dread about the holidays, and since I've seen the positive effects of meditation for myself, I'm going to help you with a little meditation today that you can use even when sitting in a room full of people. So find a place to sit down if you're not, and let's get this meditation started. Let's start with a simple definition. Now, meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Another definition of meditation is an art of being serene and alert in the present moment instead of constantly struggling to change or to become. Now, what I read into these definitions of meditation is that it brings peace. And who needs peace more than when you're in a room full of people that don't always see eye to eye, or at the very least are noisy and lots of stress is involved? That's what I found when I use a very simple technique of meditation that takes my focus out of my head and out of my emotions and into my center. Now, when you begin to realize that the thoughts that pop into your head aren't always true, you can separate yourself a little easier from them. What I mean is, you don't have to listen to what your thoughts say. Our brains are always trying to solve one problem or another. That's its job, after all. But there isn't always a problem to solve. Meditation can help you separate yourself, put a little bit of space between you and the thought, and you can put your attention somewhere else. When you can do that, you begin to diffuse from the thought and realize you don't have to get sucked into it. Now, I could go into all kinds of theories and tell you about studies that have been done that explain why this happens. But I just wanted to give you an easy thing to do when you start to feel your thoughts and your emotions start to swirl around you or inside of you, in your head, in your body. I just want you to have a simple thing you can try. So I'm going to be teaching you more in depth about the whys and the hows of meditation in later episodes. Or if you wanted to go even more in depth with me, I'm starting a new membership in January where I'll be teaching workshops about things like this, the things that overburden us. Email me if you want to learn more about that. Today, let's just keep it as simple as how to be glad it works. So here we go. I want you to send your attention to the part of your abdomen that's right below your belly button. This is the area that expands when you breathe in and contracts when you breathe out. Now, as you feel that spot on your abdomen moving, put your hand there and really think about how much your hand is moving. If you breathe very shallow, it might not move much at all. Now, if you take a deep breath, it will move a bit more. So try that. Try shallow. Now try a deep breath. Can you feel that? Now I want you to take 5 breaths in and out right now. Now you don't have to match my breath if you can hear it, but if it helps you, then go right ahead. So I'm going to do it 5 times. I want you to do that with me. Okay, I kind of lost count. I think I did 5. I might have done 6. But as you were breathing, I want you to keep your focus on your hand moving out and in. Did you feel it? if your mind began to wander, what you do is as soon as you realize you're doing it, like as soon as you realize that you're thinking something else, just gently bring your focus back on your hand, where it is touching you on your stomach. You can think about that and like just forget about you just stop thinking what you're thinking and move your thoughts to your where your hand is. And this gets easier the more you do it. So don't be too hard on yourself if you can't do it right off. Just remember, it's you're teaching yourself how to do this. Okay, so now I want you to, now that you've identified that spot on your belly, I want you to move your attention away from your hand, and I want you to take that attention to the sound of your breath that you can hear either in your nose or in your head. It's kind of hard to tell the difference, but it's either in your head or you can hear it in your ears or you can hear it in your sinuses. So I want you to breathe in and out for a second. Can you hear that? Can you hear how it sounds like the ocean waves? So now I want you to slow your breath down until it sounds like the ocean. Now, I taught you about ocean breath in episode 25. If you haven't listened to that, scroll all the way back down and go and give that a try. It's a pretty cool practice when you start realizing that your breath sounds like the ocean. It's very cool. Okay, when you start to listen to that ocean sound, your heartbeat actually begins to slow down. Your thoughts stop spinning and your nervous system gets a little break. And all you're doing is listening to your breath. Now, if you practice this when no one's around, it will get easier. Then, because you've practiced, you can actually do it in a room full of people. When your mind starts spinning with thoughts that make you feel yucky, like the thoughts of judgment or anxiety or anger or any of those things that only hurt you when you start to feel them, you can stop those thoughts. You can stop the spinning by taking your focus down to your belly or into your breath, like listening to it in your head, and just start breathing. If you can do this for about 90 seconds, you will actually feel those negative emotions just kind of float away. So if you're in the situation during the holidays where you feel those emotions starting to build, you might need to pull yourself away, maybe go into a spare room or even the bathroom, then do that. But you can also do it when you're sitting at the table or on the couch. You can, even if you're resting your hand on your belly and you can to feel it going in and out, you can do that in a room full of people. It's pretty cool. You need to get to where you can access that calm that is inside of you, and you can access that just by focusing on your breath. And yes, just doing that is considered meditation. You don't need the singing bowls, you don't need the bells or the om sounds, just like you think that's what meditation is. Okay, so we're going to do it together. I'm going to set a timer for 90 seconds, which is just a minute and a half. And we're going to do that together. And I want you to just breathe in and out. Your only job is to listen to your breath. And if your mind starts to wander, as soon as you realize that your mind has left, don't get frustrated with yourself. Just go back to listening to your breath. I want you to give it a try. Okay? So either if you want to put your hand on your belly or if you just want to listen to it inside your head, do that with me now for 90 seconds. All right, here we go. Hey, that was 90 seconds. If you were watching me on the YouTube channel, you saw the timer scared me. So that was for real. Okay, so if you want a little laugh, watch the YouTube video. Okay, all right. How do you feel? Has your heartbeat slowed down? What happened to your thoughts? Like, I even forgot I was doing the podcast. Now, I know if this was your first time, it might have been difficult. Like, your brain just wants to go and search for something to solve. And that's okay. I want you to just keep trying. Have this little meditation practice ready to go so you can pull out whenever you need it. So, between now and the next time you get together with family or friends or any time a situation that might seem a little stressful, practice every day. Make a little reminder on your phone, like to just take 90 seconds and to practice. I know that it's helped me. I know that it's made it so that wherever I am, if I start feeling a little anxious or if I start feeling judgmental or thoughts come into my head just because there's lots of things going on and I feel a little bit out of control, I can be in control of that. It has been a very helpful thing in my life. So, thank you for joining me today. And remember, I see you. I know how hard you're trying, and I'd like to help however I can. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here again next week.